afraid of your freedom.
I said I'm free to do what I want any old time. I say love me, hold me, love me, hold me, 'cause I'm free.
Free, Danny K, free.
Any old
Free.
Whatever you want, Danny K, free.
Huh.
Come on, Dua Lipa.
I said I'm free to do what I want any old time.
You ain't shit. You ain't.
I say love me, hold me, love me.
God, we love that song, Dua Lipa, free to do
Dua
whatever you want
Lipa.
any old time, boys and girls. Listen to the lyrics, listen to the words, feel the beat, feel the vibe. Welcome to the broadcast, everyone. It's been a minute. We had a little bit of a layoff, but we'll get into that. But right now, I want to welcome everybody to the broadcast today. Those of you guys that are checking us out on the social media lives, those of you guys that have already subscribed, which thank you if you have, to the podcast platforms. This is a podcast, and the kids got to eat. You know what I'm saying? I got to eat. Danny's got to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta eat.
So you got to eat, won't eat. Listen, welcome to the KFit Talk podcast with Danny K and Jon Koga. I'm coming at you live up here from Long Island, New York, and Danny's down there in Westminster, Maryland. All right, we got some good. It's today's. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie. It's a subscriber's favorite. So if you haven't already done so, you need to take that big finger that you pick your nose with and hit the subscribe button hard on the Spotify, Apple Music. And follow us on all the socials at KFit Talk with Danny, with Jon and Danny and Jon, whatever the hell you want to, he, she, I, it, whatever you fucking identify as. Just hit that subscribe button, boys and girls. All right. Season 13, episode 7. It's a crowd favorite. Why? Because this is free talk. Free. And listen, we don't hold back as it is, guys. So you know, you're either gonna like us, hate us, appreciate us, but you're definitely gonna enjoy the broadcast and contribute, interact, engage, throw some comments, let us know what you want your topics. We've got a shitload of topics we can talk about today, which we'll get into. But Danny, I miss you. We'll get into where you've been and where you're at. I want to welcome everybody once again that are tuning in. We're in 31 countries right now with this KFit Talk podcast, and I'm forever grateful for each and every one of you guys that log in. Here in New York on Tuesdays at 1 p.m., we go live on the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram. So if you want to see our pretty faces, make sure you check out the lives. If not, if you're listening to it on the podcast, you don't have to see my ugly ass. You're probably even better off yet. So enjoy. Sit back for the next hour. And I got to make a shout out to Coach Sean, my 7U tackle football team, the head coach, Sean. I know he was going to listen today. So, Coach, you're doing a great job this year. Coach Tim with my 10U, with the boys teams. And we'll get into that later on. But I want to welcome you guys to the broadcast. And great job, Coach. Listen, this is my partner in crime. All right. That was Dua Lipa. This is Danny K. She's a lot better. She's a lot hotter. I think I don't want to get her in trouble. I think she might still be single. Not too sure. We'll find out. Just came back from Love Island in Mexico. So, Danny, without any further ado, I hate saying that. That's the stupidest fucking thing ever. But anyway, what is going on with Danny K? I miss you. I love you. I know we haven't spoken. We jumped on quick today. I haven't even gotten time to call. Tell everybody about Danny K Gym and Wellness, #1 gym in Carroll County for the last 100 years running. Just Google it. And Danny's coming off an exciting week. So I miss her. You guys love her. And everybody was asking how Danny was. So, Danny, it's been a rough month for you, but talk to the peeps, introduce yourself, tell us what's going on before we get into free talk.
I mean, it's been a rough year so far. With the renters, got that situation, out like as of June, and the mold remediation, the electric code, the plumbing code. Like I just got to do it. There's so much more to the rental that I have to do. Putting Justice down, that killed me.
Rest in peace, Justice.
It kills me. And quite frankly, there was a couple of people have asked, because like when you walk in, I've got the whole, green bean, you touch the green bean or whatever, as a virtual way or a spiritual way of giving justice a green bean. Anybody that knows anything about Danny K. Jibble Wellness, there was always a cooler with green beans, and she was always barking at you. You open it up, give her a green bean, she goes on her merry way, and all the things, right? And then she follows you to the door when you're done your workout, and she's wanting a green bean, and you give her one, and you're on your merry way. But I still have her bed around, and I'm not getting rid of it anytime soon. I put those decals up on the window, like in a heart, justice in a heart, and stuff, and I still have her wheelchair sitting there, and I was, asked, why I still have that, and so I still have her wheelchair sitting there, because it helps me. I feel like I killed her.
Oh,
And I
damn.
know I didn't, right?
Oh, when you say that, it drives me nuts.
But in my heart, I know I didn't, but like in the surface, on the surface, it's just like, you know what I mean? Because like she was still like from waist up, she was still, eating and wanting and all of that. So, but the wheelchair is there as a reminder for me to know that she could not walk and I had no other
Okay.
choice, right?
Okay.
So, when I put it out that way, sometimes I need a reminder because I feel like I did kill her. You know what I mean? I killed her before she was time. You know what I mean? It was just like, oh, you took the easy route. Like, I know I didn't, but and just having the wheelchair there just, kind of reiterates to me that, hey, like she couldn't walk and that's not how, she should have been, living the rest of her life. It's not quality, right? So, and then a week later, on her birthday, I was in a car accident, and somebody T-boned me, and I don't know if you can see, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to, like, I broke my hand, like it's right there.
Jeez.
um
What a year.
and whatever, my car was totaled, and so again, before I wanted to get a new car, someone else decided, hey, Danny, you need a new car. Okay, great. So, it was demolished, totaled, whatever. So I got a 2025 Sorrento.
Nice.
Sorrento, I don't have an issue. I don't have a problem. Like, I knew exactly, I had a 2016 Sorrento, I had a 2020 Sorrento, I got a 2025 Sorrento. And of course, I just text Tommy at Buchanan. Shout out to Tommy and the Buchanan, the Kia Buchanan people here in Westminster. Like, it's like a family. Like, they literally got my back. You know what I mean? Like, so yesterday I had I had to stop by there because I kind of did a stupid thing. So we were going to a festival in Frederick, and the parking garage, you go in, but it's like a complete U-turn to go where you're supposed to be going.
Huh.
And I wasn't aware that it was that sharp. So, I just kind of I would have went wider, you know what I mean? And my back tire scraped the curb. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I've had my 2020 and not one damn scrape. And I've had this bitch for 2 weeks and I scraped the freaking, are you shitting me right now? Like, I was just infuriated. Okay, well, guess what? I kind of get over that a little bit. When we go out, we have our great time. We come back. So I'm, go around the parking garage or whatever, and I'm there in line to pay the ticket. And I turned the parking thing on, the camera, so I can see I'm clear. Like, ain't no curbs near me. I'm clear. Pay the ticket, go out, scrape. Blah. I'm like, what the fuck did I slammed it in park, and I got out of my fucking car, and I'm right. It took there must have been something sticking out from the curb, because it took a huge chunk, about the size of my thumb and as deep as my thumb. My thumb sat right in there.
That's insane.
Chunk out of my fucking tire.
It's insane.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh.
So I went to Kia yesterday, or I text Tommy, he's the one that sells me my cars or whatever. And like when I had to get the new one, I text Tommy. I was like, Tommy, I want a brand new white blackout kit, Sorrento, top of the line. You know how I do. I said, no fucking electric, no fucking hybrid bullshit, none of that. Give me my gas car, you know? And he texted me back. He goes, Danny, I got you. So he was on the search and he finally found one. And then that Friday he brought it to the gym. He showed it to me. He's like, I'm like, perfect. He
Wow.
debadged it. He put my
Nice,
Korea
man.
Kia logo on there that I want, like, you know, just whatever, right? So when this happened to my wheels, I took pictures of him and I was like, Tommy, what the fuck am I gonna do? He's like, alloy wheels, they fix your wheels, they come to you, right? So yesterday I was like, by chance, do you guys have a tire? Because I know I'm gonna need a tire. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, it's so far into the wall that I'm
Right.
afraid that if I hit a bump or whatever, like, it's gonna pop the tire. So they were like, we're gonna give you our price. And you know, the guy, the Tommy's like one of the managers, and then there was a manager up above him, I think, or they might be the same, but I think the Kenny guy might have a little bit. He's like, Danny, oh my God, I know you're sick. He goes, I know how you keep that car, and oh my God, he goes, let's get you a tire. He goes, you tell them you're getting our price. So I go back there and so they got the tire in stock. They put the tire on. They
Nice.
shined up my wheels. And then I told Tommy, I was like, hey, they want me to take my car all the way down to the shop in Essex. And he's like, no, you're not. And he calls, like, he's making a phone call. And so he's like, he left a voicemail and he was like, nope, if they come here, they're going to come here and they're going to do your goddamn wheels without you having to drive all the way to Essex. He goes, I'll be there.
Good job.
So yeah, so Buchanan, I'm telling you, shout out to Buchanan. They got my back all the time. I mean, I will always, forever and ever, get a Kia, get my Sorrento. I mean, you know, hopefully I can.
Well, that's good, because you know what, people listening, I'm sure, do have had plenty of bad experiences with car dealerships.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate for some reason or other, the pressure, the anxiety, the bullshit that let me go in the back. Hey, let me go talk to Tony. Tony's gonna, my buddy, get the fuck out of here. Just give me you got a number in your head. Tell me save all the bullshit. Tell me what the bottom number is. This is what I'm looking for. If you can do it, great. If not, you know what? I go on to the next.
I told Tommy, I was like, this was my car payment from the 2020. I said, that's where I want to keep it. Yeah, and he made it happen. I think it's $4 more than what my 2020 was.
That's fine.
But
good for you.
That's fine.
You
know, but yeah, so shout out anybody in the tri-state area or tri-county area, whatever.
If you need
Buchanan,
something,
here in Westminster.
Tell Danny. All right, listen, guys, KFit Talk Season 13, Episode 7, Free Talk. A lot of shit going on right now in this crazy world that we live in. To get caught up on maybe some current events and current affairs, we're not going to get too crazy into it, because you know, everybody here in the United States and actually abroad listening, you know, there's been crazy shit going on right now. I don't care what political party you attach yourself to. I call them, I'm involved with the Common Sense Party. All right. And there's a lot of crazy screwballs out there, man. I'm telling you, on both sides, in the middle, on the edge, on the top, on the bottom. It's fucking ridiculous. Excuse my F-bombs. Man, you know, I dropped an F-bomb to my 7U tackle team the other day. They got me so infuriated. And all of a sudden they froze and they look at me like, I go, yeah, guys. What part didn't you understand? I said, now go. Now when practice is over, go tell mommy and daddy that Coach John dropped the F-bomb. I don't care. Pay it. And Vincenzo too. I'm like, Jens and my pop, take it easy. Anyway, so there's a lot of shit going on right now, and it's sad. You know, it really is, Danny. And is there any end in sight? Danny, what do we do with this Charlie Kirk thing? You know what? And there was also
there's no end in sight until people fucking wake up and understand.
Danny, what's going to wake everybody up? How do you listen?
I don't know, but proof is in the pudding that the 9 out of 10. I mean, I'll just be 9 out of 10. Okay, I'll just say 9 out of 10, although it's 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
they're from the trans community, like doing the shootings.
Guys, hold on. Let me stop Danny right there. Before you guys start saying, what do you know about the Danny? Danny, I know, guys, you're checking her out. She's a smoke show. I get it. Danny's a 45-year-old lesbian female. Okay,
I'm 55.
Whatever. That the shit that I can't say on this podcast, which I wouldn't say, Danny can say. So when Danny says this, I promise you guys, the life she's been through to coming out, to having to come out and out of the fucking closet, whatever you call it, the closet, whatever the hell you call it, for Danny to say this, Danny has done her homework, and Danny doesn't just talk shit. Danny knows exactly what she's talking about because she lives the lifestyle. Please continue, Danny K.
I mean, and I love, like, on, like TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. You have a lot of gay men and gay women that are, like, take the TQ and shove it up your ass. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not to the real. There was one. I want to say this. There was one transgender. She did a video or whatever, and she was like, I am, I'm biologically a male, transitioning to a female. I had a couple of facial surgeries, yada yada yada. But she was to the point. I'm trying to remember exactly how she said it, but basically she had her mind there. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't like, you suck if you don't identify, you make me, tell me that I'm a female and la 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 la. You know what I mean? She's like, the real woman can have a baby. I can't have a baby. I'm still biologically a man. That I'm transitioning to, whatever. So she was kind of like laying those things down, and I have no problem. Like, I know you don't. Trans, like, whatever. And I tell you what, if I was living in California and I had the opportunity to vote for somebody, I would vote for Caitlyn Jenner because she is on fucking point. You know what I mean? Like, you are a man, like, and you change to be a female for surgery, for whatever it suits you, and that's fine. You do you. That's not paying my bills. It's not affecting my bill paying. But when I have to, like, tiptoe around, and you're gonna tell me that you're a real woman, can you have a baby? No, you're not a real woman then. You know what I mean? So just I don't know. I can go off on that, whatever. But for the most part, the younger trans people have been manipulated and brainwashed.
That's what I was getting into, Danny. That's
exactly I mean, and it's sad. Sad on the schools, sad on the government.
Yep.
Fucking with these kids' minds. Just because 5-year-old Johnny picks up a Barbie doll because he's got three sisters that play Barbie, he's probably playing G.I. Joe with the goddamn Barbie. You know what I mean? Like, but just because Johnny picks up a Barbie, now the school system, in certain areas says, oh, he's got to go through transition. He's a girl. No, he's not. He's just playing with a goddamn. And so what? Maybe he's gay. Like, what's wrong with being gay anymore? Nowadays, the kids can't decide for themselves without being brainwashed that they're either gay or straight, or bisexual. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's so many, like, you have to label, like, oh, well, what do you, don't ask me what I identify as, because I'm going to identify my fist in your face. Like, I just don't, like, I'm serious. Like, it just, I mean, as soon as somebody says, oh, what are your pronouns? And I'm like, okay, I know I want to stay away from you, because if you can't tell that I'm a female.
Right. Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, and that's where we're at. Like, some people do it, because they want to be nice or whatever. So I get that.
Right.
But I mean, at what point, like, do we stop catering to this nonsense?
Yeah, Danny.
You know what I mean?
I feel,
and I'm sorry. Like, I mean, I apologize if I'm trying. I don't want to offend anybody. These are my opinions, and my opinion is my opinion. It doesn't mean that that's the gospel, that it's fact, that it's true. Whatever.
You're entitled to.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're entitled.
I'm sorry. As like you said, like, I am a gay woman, and I had to fight back in the day. I got beat up because I was gay. I got beat up because I was a white female dancer that, that they beat me up because I was white. You know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, I am furthest from, like, you do you, as long as you're not harming anyone, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? But as a gay woman, I mean, I didn't come out till I was 34, 33 years old, right? I'm 55, I'll be 56 next week.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, and when we grew up, we couldn't talk about that stuff. So I had to hide all of that. And now it's just like, oh, well, I know I look like a man and I'm 6 feet tall and my hands are out to here and, my jawline is so bold, but you better call me a female. No.
Man, I just feel where and this is why I don't see any relief in sight. I feel like on both sides, the indoctrination of these kids on both sides. And I really believe, and we rely on it, social media and cell phones, man. I think it's the worst thing that's ever happened to the youth of today,
Yeah.
because like I said, they can go down that dark web and that vortex, and they get sucked in. And these are kids like that are probably I would think good kids as they're growing up for the most part. Not every one of them. And I'm going to point my finger at the parent as well, because that's a whole nother topic. But what really sucks is that the last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these tragedies and these mass murders, the transgender community is getting a bad name, because is getting a real bad name, because all fingers are pointing back to them. And
Right.
so when people want to voice their opinion, you got to shut your ears and listen. You got to listen, because now other people of course there are other people getting murdered in the streets and all over the place, but you got to understand something. You have to look and say, like, what good came out of Charlie Kirk being gone? I mean, like they said, you opened up a can of worms that they're going to get this thing to roll out now bigger than it ever was. And like, to put a bullet in a man's head or neck with his kids, his family, I mean, nothing good actually comes out. And I don't care if this was a far left lunatic psychopath left side. I don't want to see
Yeah.
anybody get
Yeah.
murdered because of
just because you don't, I mean, you're making it a passageway that just because you don't believe in what
Right.
somebody else believes,
Right.
then you can shoot them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, but the cool thing, I mean, maybe not the cool thing, but his dad identified him and turned him in.
Yeah, that was pretty
You
big.
know what I mean? Like, so
was big.
in that sense,
big.
sometimes it's not that, it's not, I mean, because like my mom raised both me and my sister, right? And my sister was a hellion when she was a kid. Mom was always like, where'd I go wrong? You know what I mean? Like, but it's the individual and who they, if they follow or are they a follower, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like I was a follower. I mean, I was a follow. I didn't follow. I led.
You led, yeah, you were a leader. Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I mean? Like, and I knew, like, and I looked at consequences, and I was just like, well, if I don't want that, like, this could happen, so maybe I shouldn't do
Yeah.
that. You know what I
Because,
mean?
yeah, of course.
Like, you have you have your own thought process. Anybody, like, even if you're mentally unstable or whatever, you're on some,
Yes, that was
some
gonna be
mentally
my
unstable
next.
drugs or
There
whatever,
you go. My next
bipolar, and you're on those
question.
medications,
Yep.
whatever, that picking up a gun and shooting someone is wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and there was like there was, passages like on social media about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, but just because you don't like what somebody says, have a disagreement, like, or have a conversation about it, and get to the point where
Sit down and talk to Charlie. He'll debate
get
you,
to
man.
the point get to the point where, you know what, like, we're just going to agree to disagree, and that's okay. But never once was, and I'm a gay woman,
Yeah.
and never once did he bash gay, trans, like, I mean, did he agree with it? No. But everybody live and let live. You know what I mean? Like, and there's so many people out there, not just Charlie. There's so many people out there that don't believe that, gay men and women should be married, right?
Yeah.
So, but the one thing that I always go to is, if and I don't believe, and we pull, I'm gonna get a lot of hate on this, but we pull, just listen to what I'm saying and listen how I'm saying it, listen to what I'm saying.
Right.
We pull religion into marriage, right? Marriage is a legal bonding contract, right? we don't have to have religion. We choose to, because, especially if we're, if we're God fearing, if we, we believe in God, we're Christians, like whatever, you're Buddha, whatever, right? But the long and short of it is, you can go to the judge and get married at the courthouse. You can get married. That's not religion.
Religion. Yep. That's
right?
a good point. Excellent point.
The other thing is, if it was all about religion, then why is it okay? It's okay. So a lot of people like, oh, because, it's God and you're sinning, and, two gay women shouldn't be married. Two gay men shouldn't be married because that's against the Bible. Show me in the Bible where it says it. I even went through with a pastor that helped me guide me through my turmoils years ago when I started coming out. She was helping me. I went to a pastor to help me with my gayness. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But the thing is, so you don't want two gay women that, not you, but like, just there's some people out there, and that's fine. You're valid. Like, no harm, no foul. But think about this: if you're a God-fearing Christian, whatever, and you don't want two gay people to get married, you don't believe in that. Okay, that's respect. I got you, right? Yeah. But two gay women or men that believe in God, that God-fearing, I wear a crucifix, I pray every day, I pray several times a day, I believe in God, I am God-fearing. But what about the atheists that don't believe in God? You're letting them get married. You're not pissed off that they can get married.
That's right.
But, you know what I mean? So you have a heterosexual, you have a man and woman atheist that you're fine with getting married. They don't believe in God, and you're okay with them getting married. But two gay women or two gay men that believe in God, you say, no, you're sinning. Okay. What about them? They don't believe in God. Isn't that
Danny, listen, that was well said. Well said. Before we get off this topic with this Charlie Kirk thing, this is what I feel like. I would have loved to have seen this guy. Not even gonna say his name, whatever the hell it is. This guy would have been a fucking rock star in the trans community. If he would have put his little tweet out on his social media and said, guys, please get this message to Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, I'm having thoughts I want to kill you. I hate you. I despise you. Can I please sit down and talk to you and debate to you? That's what he should have did, because Charlie Kirk, that would have got back to Charlie, and he would have sat his ass down, and if he would have said, no ramifications, getting arrested, he came out and he said, I don't want to do it, but I'm having thoughts. Please, that kid could have sat down and tried to convey his message and his point. And went toe to toe with Charlie. He would have been a rock star. He would have been on the cover of every news channel. They would have said, this kid made a threat, didn't want to make the threat and cash in on the threat. Charlie, can we please sit down? And Charlie would have probably annihilated him, but Charlie would have, and I don't know Charlie from a hole in the wall, but to sit down and create dialogue and communicate and have a debate. That would have been, you could have sold that for fucking pay-per-view. Do you understand? Yeah. But no, instead, this Charlie's gone. This kid's going to be doing, this kid, God only knows what's going to happen to him.
Well, this kid, it was meditated. So he should just get the death penalty.
Yeah, he's done. He's got to get it. But if there's anybody listening or anybody out there, guys, just get to the table with somebody, have a debate, have a conversation. It's just simply not worth it for you, for your family, for the other. It's just killing somebody is. I'm going to keep my mouth shut, but killing somebody is. There's plenty of people that sometimes in life you want to with your hands.
Well, and that's the thing. If we just went around killing people because we disagree with people, like just walk away. Like let him have his peace. If you don't like it. Or do a blog. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree,
do a blog about how Charlie is wrong and da 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 da. Okay, fine, do it. But nothing on this God's green earth gives you the right to
take somebody's life,
kill someone.
No way,
unless you're protecting yourself.
End of story. Yep, end of story. Death is forever.
Just like that stupid motherfucker on the damn train that stabbed that girl, and then everybody's watching.
And then, that drove me crazy, man. That drove me crazy. And of course, the conspiracy theorists came out on that. And that's
I have my conspiracy theories on, Charlie.
I know, I'm sure you're entitled to them.
But I'm not going to say that.
The point we're trying to make is like where the world is going right now.
It
It's a
sucks,
shame. It
man.
sucks, man. And I got kids. I got to bring it, and I'm raising in this. I'm trying to, do the best I can, knowing what they're gonna have to face over the next 10, 20, 30, whatever, how many years left I got left on this freaking planet. And it's sad because,
Yeah.
like, and I'm Danny. I blame. Here's what I blame. I was saying. I blame the internet. You got to blame the person. You got to hold yourself accountable. I blame the media. I blame the politicians. Okay, these are the people that I blame because you know what? These are the people we're supposed to be looking up to for guidance and help, when in fact they're the ones making comments and saying shit that is making these people go, absolutely
Right.
lose their
Right.
mind. It's just
Yeah.
it drives me crazy for the life of me. How what's her name? Jasmine Crockett or who's that other one? The other politician. How they can come out and say, "Go punch somebody in the face." If you see a Trump supporter, go punch him. Like,
Yeah.
how is that okay? It's not okay.
I
That's not
carry.
fighting
I
violence.
carry. So punch me in the face.
Yeah. Well, that's the day Kid Rock was on the other day. Kid Rock was on TV, and they said to Kid Rock, "Hey, Kid Rock, how come we don't?" In so many words, how come we don't see them going after everyday Republicans? He goes, because we got to carry and conceal. You got to be out of your mind. You step to me, you know what's going to happen, right? So once again, I'm not even condoning that, but you got to protect yourself. So
Oh,
listen,
you gotta, I mean, in this day and age, you have to protect yourself. But I just like, do you know how many people I disagree with? I mean,
oh,
do you
forget it. More than
know
I agree.
how? I mean, oh my God, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? But what we're all entitled. That's what makes the world go round. Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, we both like Mercedes, but like when
yeah,
we both have iPhones, I was just
yeah.
trying to like, Dunkin' or Starbucks. Okay, well, I like Dunkin'. You like
Yeah,
Starbucks.
good point. Somebody would kid. There's people.
So I should
There are
just kill you because you like Starbucks and you don't
And
want to agree
the
with me?
sad part is that there are probably two people that would kill each other in a conversation, in a debate. That's the sick part of the whole sick part.
Like, I mean,
Man,
it's about respect. It's about like, and you want to listen to understand, not listen to reply. Listen to where, just like I said with justice and the wheelchair, when I actually explained, because like they were like, somebody was like, well, why you have that? That's a sad thing. You should get rid of it. You should get rid of the bed, the toys, all this stuff. And then when I broke it down as to why I kept it, they're like, oh,
yeah, because
okay.
they
I don't
listen.
agree, but I understand. You
They
don't have to
listen.
agree with everybody, but listen to what they're saying, listen to understand, not
There,
listen to reply.
there's 600 million stories out there that I want to listen to, where people and you can learn from people. You can listen. You can grow. I love to sit down with the elderly and let them tell their I sit back. You can just and absorb it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to get the last word in and jumping on somebody when they're trying to get and then making it about me, or if you play the victim. Take a deep breath. You know what? Join a gym. Let's talk about fitness. Let's talk about outlets. Let's talk about the beauty of music to take you away. Instead of, excuse me, jumping on as soon as the crack ass of dawn, your eyes open up, you reach over before you even kill the dragon in your freaking mouth. You're on your TikTok, or you're on your freaking Facebook, or you're on your freaking there's an issue. If you open, the first thing you do in the morning is you open your eye and you log on, you take this freaking thing and you log on. You have to be out of your mind if that's what you're going to start your day doing. All right, try this. Let's give a little something. Now, I started doing this because of Danny K. As soon as I open my eyes in the morning, I lay back, I take a nice few deep breaths, and I say, Danny will tell us, self-affirmation, start your day off. I meditate, I pray. Guys, it's changed my life. It used to jump out of bed. Oh my God, go, 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 go. Now I'm like, no.
Yeah.
5 a.m. I wake up. The freaking dog wakes me up, licking my face. I walk outside. I have my water. I have my coffee. I check the pool. I check the fish pond. I do all that shit. But prior to me even leaving, and I don't turn on that social media. I don't look. But Danny, what is a great tell anybody that's listening that's just tired, if they're stressed, they're stuck in the same routine of Facebook, TikTok, Instagram 45 times a day. Tell us what we can do in the morning to start a change starting tomorrow morning when they wake up. What can change their life, Danny, in a significant way that they will, but you gotta be consistent, right, Danny?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us
Yep.
what Danny K does in the morning when she wakes up.
I mean, gratitude. Before your feet hit the ground, you should be saying two words. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, it's all a mindset. I mean, if you're in a hatred mindset, then that's all you're gonna want to do is beat somebody up, punch somebody, shoot somebody. You know what I mean? Like, listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth. Like, You know, if those are your words coming out of your mouth, then you need to like hone it in. Like if somebody's like setting you off, somebody cuts you off on the street, or like on the road or whatever, and you're like, oh man, I should have my gun, or whatever, you know what I mean? Or like, I'm gonna punch you, or if I see you at the red light, whatever. Why? I mean, you know what I mean? Like now, I mean, we get frustrated. I get frustrated if somebody
Of course
cuts
we
me
do.
off,
You're
but
human. Of
it's like
course we do.
I'm not gonna like, go
Jeopardize
violent on
your
them.
yeah,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? But are your words, are your thoughts kind or violent? Are they
Hate.
helping, or helping and healing, or are they like the opposite? I mean,
Hurting.
so like when you wake up, like I constantly, I give my gratitude list, my affirmations, I intend my day, I
It's
started
gonna be a
doing
great
the
day.
three
You're gonna
six
make it.
I started doing the 369. So it's like you say a couple of affirmations that whether it's relationship or money, or just you want a car, you want a house, like whatever it is, things that you want, speak it into existence, speak it that you have it now. If you want a better paying job, say I have a better paying job, I have a better influential job, or whatever. Even
Right.
if you don't, if you say one day I'll get it, it'll never come, because you keep putting it into the future. But you
Right.
have to speak it like you have it, right? So you speak those things. So many members, that I want so many members, I want so much money a month. I have, I'm sorry, I have so many members, I have so much money a month. I'm living in financial freedom. I am living in financial freedom. I have da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like, not I will, or I someday I will.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, you speak it as, and you believe it. I mean, and that definitely just turns your whole mindset around. And it clears it up. Like, I mean, I can't even imagine some of the people that have this mental turmoil, that's all they're thinking about is hurting and harming someone,
Yeah.
over just, I mean, at
It's,
the end of the day, just because that man did not agree, or you didn't agree with what that man said, he's now can't go home to his wife and his two or three children.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you didn't like what he said. Jesus Christ, walk the fuck away.
Yeah.
God damn, you have to, like, I mean, I would rather you punch him. You know what I mean? At least,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
But you
Don't be
took the
a coward.
cowardly way. You stood somewhere where nobody could see you, and you shot somebody.
God,
You know?
it's
And
crazy.
just like the motherfucker on the damn train,
Yeah,
with the Ukraine chick. You know what I mean? Like, she couldn't see that coming. You want to be so big, bad, bold, then do it to somebody's face.
yeah. Let, let,
Let
let, let,
them get a chance at
let,
your.
let me tell you, I got a good solution for this stuff. You ready? Here's my answer to this. And I think I'm definitely a God fearing man. I believe, whatever. Long story short, I think what we need to do, I think we need this. We need to bring back, if it ever was, torture. We need to have torture. Let me finish.
Death penalty.
We need to have torture in the prison systems. You want to know why? Because instead of going to jail, getting 3 hots in a cot, okay, going out for your 1 hour of rec every day, if you rape and you're a pedophile to a little 6-year-old boy or girl, and you guess what? For 1 hour a day, they're Mary Jane Rotten Crotch. You're going into the torture. You're going to go into the torture chamber, and God forgive me for saying I can't even. I'm trying to talk peace, but it's like this is the part of me that tugs at me on both sides. It's like, so now let's have you go be tortured for 1 hour. Slow torture, man. Painful, slow torture. And if more and more people started knowing that we were for real, that like this is going to happen to you if you do this to this kind of person and you're found guilty. Once again, I know the Humane Society is going to come
I
after me
mean,
and blah, blah, blah. Well, this is my
capital
opinion. I'm entitled to it. It's like assholes. Everyone's got one and they all stink, right? So listen to
kind of.
this. Yeah, no, Danny's ass. Danny's got some booty. Let's leave it at that. But like if I'm going to sit on a ledge top right now, and you can say, okay, they'll just kill themselves. They're cowards. They won't kill themselves. They're scared. If I'm going to lay on a rooftop and I'm going to put a bullet in somebody's head, and I know when they catch me, because they're going to catch me, and this is a young kid, the next 40, 50 till I take my last breath, every day of my life, I'm going to be tortured for 1 hour and then go back and sit in my cell and give them programming. You want to read, you want to give them a book, you want to send them to the law library, go enjoy yourself. But for 1 hour a day, my friend, you're getting tortured for the rest of your life. There are cowards out there. The crime rate will go down. Trust me.
I believe.
Hold on, Danny. It knocks you. Oh, I'm mentally ill. I'm crazy, and I have nothing but respect for the mental for this month. Actually, this month is suicide. What do you call it? Why? I have nothing but respect for that mental illness. Believe me, I do. But this will knock the fucking crazy out of you, knowing you're going to get tortured every day when you get to prison. The crazy all of a sudden becomes clear. I'm not crazy no more.
Well, and there's people that literally have a mental problem.
Totally. I want to help for them.
They get the help. These people, they're mental in a different, they're mental in a different way. You know what I mean?
That's really true. You're right.
So, but I mean, if we did like maybe not torture, but the capital punishment. I mean, if it's proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, just kill that motherfucker. Because the other thing is, but listen, the other thing is you're wasting taxpayers' money keeping them alive.
Yeah, well, if you torture them,
you know what I mean, they're still getting 3 meals, and our veterans are sitting on the
well, that's a whole
concrete, not getting food. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like me personally. I mean, like Turkey back in the, I don't know if Turkey still does it, but Turkey had a very, very low jail
population, crime rate,
whatever, because if you stole something, you got your hand cut off. If you raped, you got your dick cut off. if you murdered, you got stoned. I mean, So if people would know that this was going to be their, like, they might be thinking a little bit more. Maybe I don't do that. Maybe I just go beat that man up. You know what I mean? I would rather you just beat the shit out of someone. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, they would have a fighting chance with that. You know what I mean?
In this life, Danny, I teach these kids, I teach my kids, not everybody gets a trophy, boys and girls. I'm sorry. Not everybody gets a trophy.
I mean, and you turn the other, you know how many times I've had to turn the other cheek? You know how many times I've had to turn the other cheek? Like, I could have, swung on somebody or whatever, but it's like, it's not worth. Because just like in football, right? So, like you and I are playing against each other and you shove me, the refs ain't going to see that. The refs are going to see my retaliation and then I get punished, right?
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. It's so true.
And so it's completely not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it just, but the fact that just people, there's some people that feel that it's okay. And then to celebrate someone's death,
disgrace, like, man.
Like I don't understand that. I don't care. Like if you are God fearing and if you love humanity, if you are a human inside your heart, you don't want to see anybody die. You don't want to see, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, those people can't go home to their family. You know what I mean? And guess what? Once you get caught, once you get caught, you ain't going home to your family, Well, but it depends on what you did in jail. Like if you're like molesting a child, or guess what? They do get their own little torture, right? Because
for sure, 100%.
That's not liked in the jail. Like even in jail, they have certain what do you call it?
Yeah, morals and ethics.
Like morals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. You know what? You're right. And once again, guys, this KFit talk, free talk, this is what it's about. It's about just current events, what's going on. We can change the gear. We go to something happy right now. Guys, if you haven't started yet on a fitness program and you're kicking the tires and dragging your feet, guys, it's time, especially I'm going to use it. I'll use it as a segue into all the shit that's going on in this world. I put my music on the other day after this thing with Charlie Kirk. Once again, I don't know Charlie. I didn't believe in everything he stood for. I did believe in a lot of things he stood for. That man's entitled to his own opinion. I didn't want to hear that this guy had to get murdered and his family had to be there for it. So I'll never forget when it happened, where I was in my gym and I'm like looking at whatever, checking something out. I'm like, wow. And it comes over you because you don't want to hear anybody catch a bullet. You don't want to see anybody. You really don't. I don't. I was in the right place at the right time because I was at my gym. I cranked the freaking music up. I put some old school freaking hip hop on. and I went to work and I was trying to clear my head, and it did, because I had, like, this was weighing on me big time, because like it's just sad. It's outright sad, and it's like, the point I'm trying to make is that, like, use fitness. If you guys aren't using fitness as your medication, as your vice, as your addiction, as your get away from the shit in your life, it's time to start, guys. And those of you guys and folks that do, please drop a comment. Fitness gets us through a lot of things in life. Danny, it doesn't get you through, it assists you in occupying your time with something that's positive, working on your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul. You can do that in all one workout. When it's just you against that bench press, and you got 315 pounds and you're benching, and some people make the sign of the cross, and some people grunt, and some people, it's you and that bar. Okay. And it's a great rewarding feeling when you hit your goals, and because every day in the gym you can accomplish something. Trust me, you might fail at a couple of things, but there's something you're going to accomplish that you didn't accomplish yesterday. Okay. It could be 1 minute more, 1 rep more, 1 pound more. You know what I'm saying? Utilize fitness as your doctor, as your medication. Circulation is the best medication, we like to say. And Oz, what's up, Chris Oz? We miss you, brother. If you're moving, you're winning. You know what I'm saying? And yes, they want to pump us with medications. They want to pump us with meds. It's easy for you to go to that doctor, especially if you have comorbidities, and they want to just, boom, here you go, here's this. And then don't get us started on this Ozempic shit, because people you guys don't realize, you got to do the effing work. You still have to put the work in. You still have to eat correctly. You still have to clear your mind. And when you walk into a gym and you made the best playlist, you're ready to take on or work with a trainer like Danny to get you guys pumped up and motivated, to get yourself a good trainer. Guys, I'm telling you, it's very rewarding. So if you're looking for something to take you away from the shit that you're going through, the stresses in your life, like we all have, man, I got to put happy Jon Koga face on sometimes and teach a class, and nobody would know it. Maybe some would, because once that music drops in my class, I'm locked in, and I'm like, I'm putting it aside for this next hour, and I'm going to take my mind away from all the stresses in my life and the shit that's going on in this world, Danny. I mean, Danny, you've been through a lot the last year. I think you had 2 car accidents, justice, your freaking tendons, your wrist, your what else? Something else significant happened with you. I don't know, whatever it was. And here you are, still standing, still trying to run your business. I got to applaud Danny, guys. Danny just came back from Mexico once again because of a health and wellness. She's involved in a health and wellness company that's providing her with serious residual income, a great lifestyle. And Danny, let's celebrate your accomplishment right now on what took place with your company. It's a health and wellness company, which Danny will explain quick. But it all ties into what she does. She walks into a gym that she owns. She helps people change their mindset, their lifestyle through fitness, health, and wellness. Danny, talk to us about what happened, Dan. I know you're not big on your accomplishments.
I mean, and the back, so I'm wearing my You Care shirt, and the back, Puerto Vallarta.
Nice.
But so we help the kids, like, the kids
nice,
school,
man.
the volcanists, I don't know. The kids, that was so cute because they were all like standing there, with their heart symbols and everything and all this stuff, and and they were just loving it. We painted. I was on the team to build a retaining wall, and Alexi, the founder, like, the master formulator, he was in there getting down and dirty with us, and it was just really cool to see, like, everybody coming together. They put up curtains and painted and just made a little bit better and brighter for these kids and the schools that they're in, right? So that was like cool. Like, that was my first missionary kind of like trip or project or whatever. And that was super cool. So I can't wait for the next one. You know what I mean? And you bet damn Skippy, I'm going to be, going, I'm going to be, trying to win a spot, and the only people that went, nobody could purchase a spot except for like my friend Lisa went with me. So I was able to bring a guest, but she had to pay, we had to pay for, her spot, in the room, but you couldn't just pay for a spot to go. Like, everybody that was on this trip, earned a spot, you know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, it was the first time, I've been in different companies and stuff like that. It was the first time though that I've actually won a trip. Like, I won a trip to Puerto Vallarta, you know what I mean? Like, we had some business things or whatever, and we had a dinner recognition, So we're going, and Ken Scholl, like one of the VP people, he was like, "Hey, you ready to get recognized?" And I was like, "Really? I am? Like, I didn't know I was.
Yeah.
Like, what?"
Nice, man.
So, so I got recognized, and for ranking up, which I didn't even realize that I ranked up during during the contest. I thought I
Wow.
had ranked up before the contest. And then while I was sitting there, Kenny, one of people in my one of my partners, he texted me, and one of my people in my downline signed on two people just right then and there. So I
That's
was
great.
just like, he's like, and so that helped me, helped me get a little bit further, right?
Yeah.
But then they also did other recognitions and stuff like that, and other people that ranked up and everything, and sitting next to Lisa, and they were acknowledging a bunch of diamonds, a bunch of new diamonds or whatever. I'm like, that's seven figure, that's seven figure, that's
Yeah.
seven figure. And she's like, what? And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, like these, like visually you can see that, and I mean, it's not just people just saying that they do, but like in that whole entire, it wasn't really a room, it was outside because it was, in the beautiful,
Yeah.
Puerto Vallarta.
Good skies.
But
Yeah.
there must have been 10 people that ranked up in the diamond. That's seven figures.
It's
Like
great.
what, right?
Big accomplishment. Huge.
So and then they went to like different things like top enrollers, and they did top subscriptions, and that was me. I didn't know I was getting that, so I was just like, they said Danny Knight, I was like, what? Huh? So I mean, it was
That's
it was
you.
just really cool. And then Alexi, he came over and wanted me to speak a little bit or whatever, and
Congratulations. Good job,
it
Danny.
was just really cool. And I think one of the best things was seeing those kids' face, and being out there and just helping these kids,
That's a
make
nice
their
feeling.
schools a little bit better,
Nice
um
feeling. Good for you
but yeah,
guys in your life.
it was cool.
Really, really good.
And today, let's put this out there. Today is Mexico's Independence Day.
Oh wow, what timing?
So yeah,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
very nice, man. All right, good. Well, congratulations. Guys, if you want information on the company Danny's talking about, reach out to her, drop us a comment, and we'll make sure we get you guys the information. All right. I got a product that I've been using. I want you guys to try from Sizzle. See those pearly whites, Danny? Not bad, right?
I use it too.
See those pearly whites, boys and girls? Take care of your effing teeth. Okay? No braces, never. You know why? Because they made sure when I was a kid that I brushed my freaking teeth 10 times a day and flossed with freaking fishing line, for God's sakes. Anyway, guys, I've been using this product from Sizzle called Silver Shine, Sizzle Silver Shine. It's amazing. Guys, if you pick up your toothpaste, right, and you read the small print, go do it right now. It says, if swallowed, immediately call fucking poison control. Hazardous if swallowed, okay? Toothpaste that you put in your mouth, okay? Go read it. So in typical Sizzle fashion, Tom Maurer, God rest his soul, up there in the heavens looking down at us, created this product. I love it. Years ago when I was filming back in the day and we wanted to bleach, I still didn't know the bleach that I was using. I haven't bleached in 15 years. The shit that I was putting in my mouth was harmful. You guys want a really good toothpaste that's gonna completely keep your teeth healthy, wealthy, and shiny and white. Check this out. It's cheap. If you guys want a link to this, to Sizzle Silver Shine, let me know, because I swear by this, guys. I've been using it now for a long time, and people are like, oh, John, what do you do to your teeth? I'm not bleaching my teeth. It's got a natural bleach in it. So, guys, take care of your teeth. Make sure you kill that dragon every morning. Brush your freaking tongue, because that bad breath comes from your tongue. All right. And that's a great product I wanted to throw at you guys from Sizzle, Science, Innovation, Success, Energy, Longevity. I love the product. It's cheap. If you guys need information on it, let us know. Listen, I know Danny's got to run. I got to run as well. Danny, anything you want to plug real quick? One of your products? What do you got?
Oh my God.
I
I
know.
mean, just the gel. I mean, the gel is just absolutely amazing. Balancing the hormones and naturally optimizing your very own hormones. It- you know, it's, I mean, you guys have seen my posts and everything, but I mean, we're FDA registered. We are on the PDR. We have a NDC code. Like we're legit. 20 years in the business, 7 years in, like, or 8 years in the direct sales or whatever.
Right.
And I've been doing it for little over a year and a half. And you know, I mean, even if you want to know like the business side of it, you know what I mean? Like we can help you offset your electric bill. We can help you offset your telephone bill, like you know
Right.
what I mean, your cell phone bill. Like we can help you offset, you know, like but eventually, you know, you'll be making money and stuff. You know, we
Yes.
we just hit billionaire or like $1 billion company
Very nice.
while we were down in Puerto Vallarta. So
Congratulations.
you know,
Guys,
yeah,
so if you think that you don't have enough money to do it, to jump in, you can start your business, whether it's Sizzle or New You Life. You guys, you can start your own business, not for thousands and thousands of dollars. You got to have a will, you got to have a drive, you got to have a never surrender, never quit. This is not the old network marketing from your grandmother coming in with Avon and fucking Amway and all that other bullshit. Nothing to
right,
disrespectful to those companies, but it's a different breed now. It's not a hard, it's stuff that we're using every day. We're wasting a lot of money on bullshit products, from toothpaste down to hormonal therapy bullshit, like Danny said. So if you want more information on how to get involved for pennies on the dollar, we have a business model that can help create health, wealth, and happiness for you guys for sure. If you listen to what we have to offer, get in on a call with us. We'd love to get you involved with the KFit network. All right, guys, listen. I said enough. It's time for me to shut the hole underneath my nose. I got things to do. I got a coach tonight again. Shout out to my 10U T-Bird tackle team. We smoked. We did amazing the other day. And my little 7-year-old tackle team, with, like I said, with Coach Sean, Coach Tim on the 10Us. Shout out to those guys once again.
yeah.
Guys, yeah, it was great. It's just great being involved with coaching, man. I love it. You know, my daughter, God forbid, you know, she's too cool to have me coach anything, but we'll leave it at that. So listen, guys. All right, have a good time. Have a great day. Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. All right. And as always, I like to say, you know, one Koga love. Take a look at what Koga is, KogaFit.com. It's right there on the screen. If you're listening to us and you're not looking at us, KOGAFIT.com. Take a peek. Respond on an email. We'll make sure follow us on the social medias, and let's get you guys. It's time. Let's get you guys living a better life than you're living right now, if that's what you're looking to do. All right. Surround yourself with like-minded people, amazing people from all over the world. You're going to meet with Danny and myself. All right. So one Koga love. I'm out, Danny. Peace. Close us up.
All right. I mean, and it's mindset, guys. Think about your mindset. Get your mind right, and everything else will go right in your day, in your week, in your month, etc. But until next time, y'all, stay tuned, stay informed, stay motivated.
You're free, baby. You're free.
Any old time.
You're free, baby. Come on, here it comes. Here we gotta go.
I said I'm free to do what I want any old time. I say love me.
All right, guys, you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. Make sure you subscribe. We are out. Peace.
Yeah.